episode, we are covering the Inmotion RS Jet. We're going to do a range test. We're going to do a speed test. Maybe we even get it on the highway. But first of all, let's go over the details and some of the specifics. Let's go. This Inmotion RS Jet came from Voro Motors. Go over there and check them out. They're about $2,200 at the time of recording, and this could be the best $2,200 scooter in the market right now. A couple of the features on this scooter that I want to talk about are the tires, the brakes, the battery, the controller, and the motor, and that types of stuff. The scooter comes with a 90/65 6.5-inch tire on the front from CST. Now, what does that mean? In normal person speak, it's about 3 inches wide and 10 inches tall. Let's talk about some of the features and some of the components that make up this scooter and how great it actually is. So the RS Jet has 160mm brake discs on the front and back. Now they're hydraulic brakes, front and back, and you'll find these type of brakes on a scooter that's in this type of price range. Moving up here, we have the stanchion and the clamp. Some people that I have seen online don't like the way that this clamp works or how it folds, and to be honest with you, I don't have a problem with it. When I have a scooter like this, I don't plan on taking it places. When I have my scooter and I put it together, it typically stays like this. I don't pack it up and put it in my car. But if you do pack it up and put it in your car, maybe you're not a big fan of the way that this mechanism works. One thing that I've noticed is when you take this stanchion and you fold it down, there is nowhere for the top of the handlebars to click into the back of the deck. So the handlebars just kind of wiggle around in the back of your trunk. So Inmotion, maybe on the next iteration, we have a way of securing this top stanchion to the rear fender somehow. The suspension on the front is adjustable on the front and the back. You can adjust the suspension here by this knob, and you can also adjust the ride height by an Allen screw on the tops. All you gotta do is stick your Allen wrench in there. You can watch the indicator on the back and the front go from medium, large, and small. The light on the front here is adjustable, and it does put off a good amount of light, especially if you're going fast. You don't want to outrun your light. You want to be able to have a long beam so that when you are doing 50 miles an hour on these things, and that's probably faster than what most of you probably need to be doing, because I've seen a lot of you out there doing some really dumb stuff on these scooters. So keep it under control. But the light is really good. Here's an image of the light and the projection of the beam at night, just to give you an idea of how well lit this scooter actually is in the darkest conditions. And here right quick, I'm gonna cut into the deck length and the deck width, just to give you guys an example of how big this deck actually is. And for your riding size and comfort, I wear size 10.5. I'm about 200 pounds and 5'10" when you see me riding this thing, just to give you some context. All right guys, real quick, I wanna show you guys the size of the deck. So from the back foot plate to the very, very front, this is the whole and entire real estate that you have is 27 inches. That's including the back kick plate. If you're just going with a flat surface here, you have a distance of 20.5 inches, which is plenty for me in my size 10.5. From the handlebars down to the deck plate is 41 inches, just so you know, for comparison. Let's get on with the video. And in here is what's special about this scooter. Not only is it fast, not only is it affordable, but it has a great battery. It's 72 volts, 25 amp hours. The controller is a 40 amp controller. It's a Sinewave controller. I'm not gonna get into the specifics of what a Sinewave versus a square wave controller does, but I will tell you that a Sinewave controller is very, very smooth. So when you're throttling this thing, it's not gonna be jerky like some of your e-bikes that you've seen or some of the cheaper things out there with a lesser controller. The components on this scooter are top quality, they're top notch, and you can feel it and you know it when you ride this thing. The motors on this thing, 2300 watt motors, front and back, dual wheel drive, front and back wheel drive, I guess you could say. You can select either a front wheel only, a rear wheel only, or an all-wheel drive scooter. Most of you are probably going to ride in the dual motor mode just because, well, we want a fun scooter and two-wheel drive is more better. All right, gang, so that is a high-level overview of the outside of the scooter. Let's go to the cockpit real quick. I wanna show you the bars, the controls, and some of the features of this scooter. All right, so coming up here to the scooter cockpit, we have the on-off button. We'll hold that button down, we'll turn it on so you guys can see the boot up screen. You get the beep beep. And I will say, Inmotion on their scooters and their EUCs probably does the screens better than anybody I've seen. This screen is beautiful in all lighting conditions. Not only is it beautiful, it is touch screen. So we can go in here to the settings. We can access everything that we ever wanted to access, I guess you could say, for lack of better words, on this scooter. You have your zero start, you have your cruise, you have your acceleration force, The brake force, you can go from miles per hour to the metric system here. If you guys are from across the pond or up in Canada or Mexico, you got standby mode. Standby mode is just going to be how long it's going to stay idle before it turns off. And then you have your auto park. Auto park, you can set this here. So for me, I'm probably going to set mine for, I don't know, 3 minutes or so. Just because when I go to a red light, I don't want my bike or my scooter going into park mode. So I'll keep that on. And then about your vehicle, and then you have all the information in here. I have 48 miles on mine so far, and it is just a beautiful, beautiful display, to be honest with you. I'm at a 99%. Let's get that range test in here in a second. Here we have the 2-wheel drive mode. Come over here, you hold your cruise control button down, and that will change. So now we have back wheel drive, holding the button down, front wheel drive, and holding the button down one more time. We are in 2-wheel drive. Here we have our blinkers. Now the blinkers are built in to the handle grips. There is no blinkers on the back of the scooter, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's not a deal breaker for me. And the blinkers only go for about 5 seconds. So just keep that in mind. You guys might need to hit that button a couple times if you intend on riding this thing in traffic. The light here, we have the headlight button. Hold that down. It'll give you an indicator on the screen. Come around here to the front and it will bring up your headlight. And in the back here, you got your rear light. And it is a functioning brake light as well. So here's our brake light. On, brake light, boom. The horn on this scooter is down under the deck. I have some B-roll. I'll drop the picture of that in right now of the horn and its location. And it is loud. It's gonna get your attention. It's like your typical Sur-Ron, Talaria, e-scooter type horn. Over here, we have our gear selector. So we can go from, we have drive, we have sport, and we have extreme. I want to say extreme. I guess that's what that would be. Extreme is badass. One of the things that Inmotion did with this scooter is they put a thumb throttle on it. Thank you, Inmotion. When I have a high-powered scooter like this, or really any kind of scooter or e-bike or dirt bike, I want a thumb throttle in most cases, because a lot of times companies will put a half throttle on here, and if I want to let go of the throttle, I have to take some of the pressure off of the bars. A thumb throttle is a lot more fine-tuned with the acceleration as opposed to a half grip throttle. Even with my regular RS, the prior scooter to this, the bigger version, it did not have a thumb throttle and I ended up having to upgrade it. So Inmotion, thank you for the thumb throttle. By now you're probably like, okay, Kyle, we get it. The scooter's awesome. What could be different or what could be changed? What I'm gonna mention right here isn't bad, it's just something to keep in mind. These grips, when you put these grips on, they screw into the handlebars. If you guys ever wanted to change your grips or you broke a grip, you are stuck using the Inmotion grip. You can't go to the Amazons and buy a set of dirt bike grips to replace these. These are proprietary. They're built for this scooter. And even with the blinkers built in over here, if you were to change your grips or found a way to do so, you would not have your blinker on the end. So just keep in mind that the grips are not interchangeable with other grips that you might find with a dirt bike or a different type of scooter that doesn't have a proprietary grip. Okay, I get it. You guys are ready for the speed test. Let's go do the speed test. I wanna see if this thing can maintain a highway speed. Am I an idiot? Yeah, probably, but it's for the views. It's for the gram, so it must be done. Let's go.
All right, gang, I brought the Voltron tour bus to I-35 right here behind me. I-35 is the most dangerous highway in all of America. Look it up, Google it. You got a computer in your pocket. We're gonna do our speed test on the highway. Don't do this. Let's get the scooter out of the back and get on with the test.
Go. All right, gang, we're geared up. The highway is right there. I only have a certain amount of time to do this test. I only want to do it one time. Actually, no, I don't even want to do it one time. I don't want to do it at all, but I kind of want to do it because it's going to be fun. So let's go. Mode 5, obviously. 2-wheel drive, baby. Sport mode. Here we go. $30, $52, $53. 56 downhill. 57, come on, 57. God damn, that truck was windy, boy. Woo! 56, baby. Let's go. As I'm riding the scooter, this is kind of a good time to think about the stability of the scooter. Some people don't like the way that the stanchion mounts to the bottom of the scooter. What I will say though is even at that speed on a road that's not that great, the scooter itself feels very planted. It's not all jiggly or it doesn't feel like it's gonna fall apart on you. So Inmotion did a fantastic job with the clamping mechanism on this scooter. I will say that. That was probably one of the dumbest, funnest things I've ever done on this channel. I think we got up to about 55 miles an hour. I'll have to run it back and look at the phone GPS when I edit this out. The next thing I want to do is I want to take the scooter home. I want to charge it, and then we're going to go into downtown Austin because it's fun, and I like doing range tests to give you guys a real life idea of what the mileage is like on these scooters, these EUCs, and these e-bikes. Let's go have some more fun. All right, guys, now we're into the range test. Right now, we have gone 6 miles and I have 85% left on the battery. I was cooking it from my house to this Lowe's. I needed to run an errand. One thing I want to say that I love about these PEVs is the fact that you can take them just about anywhere. I don't gotta pay for parking. I don't have to look for a parking spot. I can go anywhere I want. And with this scooter, it's fast enough. I can get there quick. 50 something miles an hour. I can be on these roads up and down to this store, running errands, just doing it. Let's keep going to the range test. All right, y'all, we are in downtown Austin now. We have gone 18 miles on the scooter and I have 63% battery life left. As I'm on my way in here, it reminds me of just how I want to express to you guys how this electric way of transportation allows you to see the city in different ways that you might not have been able to see in a car or a different vehicle that rides on the road. For instance, we had today, the Austin City Limits is getting set up and they're doing a concert setup. You can go and you can check out different neighborhoods, different side streets, different side quests. The possibilities are endless on this electric type of thing. And that's what I want to iterate to you guys is just how fun it actually is, not just as a method of transportation. It is super fun. You can get your family involved in it. You can get your friends involved in it. The more, the better. Let's continue the range test. All right, y'all, mileage checkup. So we've gone 29 miles and I have, hold on, I forgot, 34% battery life left. 29 miles, 34% battery life left. I am 200 pounds. This whole way home, I was ripping it through the streets of downtown on mode X, which is mode don't do it because it's too fast for most of you. I've seen how most of you ride these scooters. I'm a fireman. I see this stuff. Y'all be doing crazy stuff on these scooters. Anyway, I digress. 29 miles and I found this trail. Look at this trail right here. Check it out. I wonder how this scooter can do on a little off-road. It's gonna rip. I guarantee it's gonna rip. If I crash, hopefully I get it on camera at least. Let's go. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Ah, damn. Woo. Let me jump. Ah, damn. Whoa, 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 whoa. Easy, easy, easy. All right. Good boy, good boy. Woo. Like taming a stallion. Whoa. Did y'all just see the front end of that scooter lift up? Does your scooter wheelie? I doubt it. Does your scooter do burnouts? No, I bet it don't. Does your scooter go 50 something miles an hour? I bet it don't. God dang, Inmotion. Let's go. Good job on this scooter. All right, guys, so I wanted to bring you guys into the cockpit here of the Inmotion RS Jet, just so you guys can see kind of how the hands sit. I'm 5'10", and the bars are at the perfect height for me at my height. The ride feel of this scooter is super smooth. The controller that they used in this is very, very intuitive. When you hit this thumb throttle, it's not all jerky and it's not gonna get out of the way. it's not gonna get all crazy. It's super smooth, it's deliberate. You are going to get what you expect by the pressure that you're putting on this throttle. On some of the cheaper scooters, if you push this throttle even a centimeter, it wants to throw you off, you know? With this scooter, the controller, the quality of the controller is what makes this scooter feel so nice and plush and quality, honestly. Another thing here while I'm riding the scooter that instills confidence while riding it is the strength of this steering column. Now, it's not all janky, it isn't all wobbly at high speeds. Now, like I said earlier, the deck is a little bit vibration prone due to the wheel size and the high speed of the wheels, but that's given. But with this scooter, the steering is solid with that connection down there. Inmotion did a great job on this connection for this scooter down below. The folding mechanism is what I mean. So we got D here, we got drive, and let's go into eco mode and see what the top speed is for eco. So eco mode, just so you guys have an idea, is a top speed of 14, 15 miles an hour. Let's bump it up. Let's go to drive. That sucker wants to move now. Okay, now we're going. Now we're moving again. 30 miles an hour. Let's bump it up to sport mode. Okay, yeah, let's go then. Let's do this. Oh, all right, all right. Jesus. 40 miles an hour in sport mode. Now, we just took this scooter on the highway a second ago. Now, for the speed mode, we took this thing on the highway, but let's just do a quick 0 to top speed run. You guys can see exactly what's going on here with the speedometer. You ready? Go. Wants to just wheelie out from under you. You hear that front wheel just barking under there. Let's go. 44. God, dog. Jeez. So we just got up to 50 miles an hour on this scooter in an 1/8 mile. I would bet that this scooter from 0 to 30 is probably faster than most of y'all's cars. I wish you guys could feel the thrust and the power that this scooter has in, you know, this X and the S mode. It is incredible. Listen to that front wheel. That's the front wheel doing a burnout because it wants to go so fast. Incredible. All right, sheesh. Enough of that. I'm gonna get myself killed out here. Let's get back to the review.
All right, guys, so we're back where we started. We went nearly 40 miles on the RS Jet and our battery is 0. We killed it, it's done, it's dead. There's no more. 40 miles, I was in mode X most of the time and I was in dual motor mode the whole time. At this point in the video, you gotta be thinking to yourself, oh, Kyle, he's just an Inmotion fanboy and there's nothing that Inmotion could do wrong and Kyle wouldn't say something about it. Well, you're wrong. But what I will say is there is not a lot to critique about this scooter. It's fast, it's well made, it has great range, it stops well, the performance is there, the price is right. What more do you want? But there are a few things that I would change or maybe do differently. One is maybe the handlebars. The handlebars where the proprietary screw-on type handlebar goes into the stanchion. If you want to change your grips, you can. So it's not a deal breaker, but it's just something to think about. The other thing is when you are going 50 miles an hour on a scooter, these wheels are small, right? And the wheels send a vibration throughout the deck plate here when you're at high speeds. Now, I don't really know what the fix is for that. Maybe a more well-balanced wheel, but just something for you to keep in mind. At high speeds, it does have a bit of a shake in the deck here. 2 more things and I'm done. I wish the scooter was more well lit. And what I mean by that is, yeah, it has a tail light and it has a headlight, but I wish it had some lights on the sides and I wish it had some blinkers in the rear. I don't think it would add that much of a cost to the company to do that. And to me, it's important to be very visible at night, especially if you're on a scooter like this. This thing travels at the speed of traffic. Not that you should be in traffic, you're an adult, make your own decision. But a scooter with more lighting around the sides, maybe some glow lighting. You've seen the scooters that have it, you know, they're fancy, they have all that stuff. This scooter, I think, should have better lighting on the sides and maybe some optional lights and also some blinkers in the back. But all in all, guys, I got over 100 miles on this scooter now. I feel like I have a really good grasp about what's good and what could be better about the scooter. If you're still here and you're still watching this video, please consider liking and subscribing. It takes a ton of time to put these videos together, but I love it. I love riding these things. I love sharing the e-culture and the e-life with you guys. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it so much. Later.